up, everybody? I'm Bree.
I'm Evan.
And this is Reality Check TV. Guys, this is our first video.
First video, but not the last.
So, hello, worlds. Hello. Hi out there. Hopefully, this will not be our last, like Evan
Won't
just
be last.
said.
Won't be last.
I'm super excited. I know we're both super excited to just kind of take this journey. We decided randomly. We watch a bunch of reality TV together.
We do.
So how about we just bring our commentary to the world?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that was a good idea or not, but we gonna see. We gonna see. So how about you like and subscribe right now?
Below.
And just be on this journey with us, because we don't know what's gonna happen. But I know that we're here for all of the tea, all of the drama, all of the romances and everything else that is compiled up into the reality TV world. And
the mess.
It is.
The mess.
But the men love the mess. Ladies, we thought this would be a good idea because we all know our men claim they don't like reality TV.
That's what we have sports for.
Please. They be here for all of the drama, just like we be here for all of the drama. Like y'all don't be texting, oh, what's going on Love and Marriage Huntsville tonight? What's going on with this? Or, oh, I follow this person now. Or all of this other stuff. They messy too. Men are messy. So they be here for the mess. So we thought it was right to, again, bring a woman and a man's perspectives to some of our favorite and most popular reality shows. And so we felt like it would be best for our first video, our first review, to be the very first reality show that we started watching together.
Mm-hmm.
And that show is MTV's The Challenge. Now, if you're asking why The Challenge, it seems very random. I will say The Challenge is one of my favorite reality shows of all time. I have to be honest. I have been watching the show with my family since I was 13. So that is many years. I don't put the age out there, but that's many years. And so we just felt like this would be a great show. I know for me, this would be a great show to introduce to my partner, Evan. And once we watched the first episode together, which was reruns, because if you guys don't know, if you are not familiar with The Challenge, they have majority of their seasons available on Paramount, their streaming service. So I would just encourage you to go watch if you've never watched the show before. Love the show. It's a competitive show, but it's also sprinkled in with a little bit of drama,
politics,
a little bit of humor, and it's just some hardcore competitive, I don't even know a better word to describe. I just love it. I love it.
It's funny mess.
Right. And it gives me, because I'm not a sports girl. I don't watch sports. I'm not about to sit here and act like I watch anybody's sports.
She's missing out.
No, I'm not. So The Challenge is my version of sports, right? That's my version. It's competitive, and again, it just brings just this energy to it. I love it. I love rooting for my favorite people. And again, I've been watching for so many years now. It's just been a part of my reality TV lineup.
So I came to The Challenge late, but I've watched a bunch of Real Worlds and Road Rules.
Yes.
So I am familiar with some of the characters. Me personally, my favorite character is Wes, who is the GOAT.
He's not, but that's nice.
We will
cute.
get into that in some episodes to come. And I'll tell you why he's the GOAT.
Okay. All right. Says the person that is new to watching the show, but that's okay, guys. Let him live. He don't know no better. He's still learning. She's not talking. Because me and you both know. That CT is the GOAT. There's no discussion there. But we're not gonna start. That's not what this episode is about. Now.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we're not. It's non-negotiable. But anyways.
Yeah, it's negotiable.
But anyways, so we are a little bit late to the game. Unfortunately, the season's now over. Yeah, the season is over. So we decided to create this channel and start recording videos right at the last minute. But have no fear. We are here to give you a quick rundown of what we felt about the season. More importantly, their season finale, which aired last Wednesday. If you are watching this now, we're probably a little bit late. So last Wednesday, that was the 15th of February. I want to say the 15th because Valentine's Day was last weekend. Or last week. Valentine's Day was last week.
It was.
It was last Wednesday.
Yep, the 15th.
Yeah, the 15th. That was the season finale. And so we're going to just give you our quick rundown of how we felt about that. Mm-hmm. And when new seasons come up, we will be sure to do more frequent reviews of the show. But
of course, we're here to serve you.
Yes, and give you our opinion because it's the most important. Because we're important people. Okay.
High pedestal.
Okay. So this season of the challenge was titled Ride or Dies. I still don't understand why, because it didn't seem like there was much riding and dying going on. I just don't.
You know, some of the teams that were there, one of the teams was brother and sister. Some were rivals, and some were couples, and some were past couples.
Who was rivals? That was Ride or Dies.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Don't know what he's talking about. But anyway, for this actual season finale, we'll start there. So with who made it, who are the teams that made it to the finale this season? Oh, stop. Pause. How rude of me. I gave you the title of the season, but I didn't tell you how the season worked. So, like Evan was trying to say, this season you were in pairs. Mm-hmm. And you were paired with, or you came onto the show with, whoever you consider to be your ride or dies. And of course, just like every season of the challenge, there were some twists and turns and surprises throughout the season that kind of shook the table a little bit, and made everybody, including viewers, question if these people are really your ride or dies.
Do they really have your back?
Right.
Can you really work with them?
Right. Because it was giving, we just met on the car ride here. Like, that's what it was giving.
On the bus ride here.
Right. It was, but we'll get into that later. But each pair, I think we ended up with 6 pairs that ended up in the finale. That's too many. Maybe 5.
It was 3 in the finale.
That made
4 in the
actual
finale. 4 in the finale.
Yes.
And 1 pair got eliminated right before the finale.
Okay.
Yep.
I think that's right.
Yep. So 4 were in the finale, and 1 got eliminated literally right before to make room for just 4 couples.
All right. This season was, they say every season at the start, they're like, oh, this is going to be the hardest finale, the toughest finale, blah, 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 right? And it's true. Every season, the finales get harder and harder and harder. But this season, they literally was in a finale for 5 days.
Compared to in the beginning of the challenge, for when I first started watching, some of these finales were like 1 day, maybe 2 hours long.
No, back in the day, it wasn't even a full day. Like, it was like a couple of hours, like way back in the day. But if you compare that to then and to now, they are getting a lot tougher. But this, by far, was the most brutal that I've seen. And these past 5-6 seasons has been pretty brutal. Like, they always end up in these really, like, over-exaggerated environments, like the extreme cold weather, in the snow or in the desert somewhere. Like, it's been crazy. But again, this season, 5 days, y'all. 5 days. Like, I'm like, I can't even make it through day 1. Like, nah.
5 days of stamina.
Right.
Puzzles.
Right.
And last but not least, the eating.
Yeah, the eating
Oh my
challenge.
gosh.
Yeah.
Whew.
It was a lot. It was really a lot. I will say, I will, I'm gonna pause right there. I'll mention how I felt about the season overall a little bit later. So we'll just stick with the actual finale and how that went. So who were the couples that made it? You want to give the
Yeah.
list?
So the couples that made it, we had Horatio and Olivia,
Mm-hmm.
Johnny and Nani. We had Anissa and Jordan, and we had Tori and Devin.
Yes. Let's start with Horatio and Olivia.
So Horatio is one of my favorite people this whole season. Like, he was new. This was his first ever challenge.
He was a rookie. Yes.
I know Horatio has a background in soccer, which is a big sport when it comes to stamina, as well as I believe he's a model too. Don't get me wrong on that. But they were beasting this season. I believe they eliminated 4 different teams in eliminations. And like I said, some of these teams of people who've been on this challenge multiple times. And like I said, Olivia did her thing too. Like, she was new, but she was no joke.
Yeah, I have to say that I was really, really impressed with Olivia and Horatio. As somebody that's been watching the challenge for years, it's not often that rookies make it that far and beast the way that they did.
Yeah.
And I really feel like they were also came off as really good people. This is a side note. I have to be one of the biggest like super fans of the show. However, I have to admit I don't like most of the people on the show. So I don't even know why I keep watching. If I'm really being honest, because there's not too many people that I like, and not even vets. Like 9 times out of 10, I probably don't like 98% of the cast. Every season, it never fails. So it's very hard to get me to like you, especially in your rookie season. I don't really be feeling rookies like that.
Fessy.
Yeah, I don't be feeling rookies like that. So Olivia and Horacio, they really left a really good taste in my mouth. I really like them, and I really, really actually want to see them in future seasons.
And I think they'll be back. They're very humble.
Yeah, of course.
Very humble.
They was beasts in this season, bro. They really were.
Yeah, very humble.
For them to make it to the finale was just it. It was expected. If you really did watch the whole season, they were killing it. They were killing it. They didn't skate by, which rookie is really able to skate by. That's not really much.
It seems like a lot of people are skating, but that's a conversation for another day.
But not so much rookies though.
Not rookies. I'm talking about some of these other people.
Well, yeah, that's the nature of the game. But yeah, I'm really happy for them. I really like them. But spoiler alert. Ugh. The way that they went out, it's just, oh my God. Poor Olivia. Olivia, are you okay? Seriously. I'm going to follow Olivia on Instagram.
I follow her on Instagram.
No, I'm not going to follow her on Instagram. I'm not doing that. That's too much. But I'm going to go check on her. Because Jesus Christ, like she was, oh my God, she got so beat up during the finale. Like, oh my God. And they were doing so well.
They were.
This girl, they got to a point where they were doing like these, it was kind of giving me like darts almost, but they were using like these balls to kind of like wind them up.
So what it was they were using these giant slingshots to hit targets.
No. I'm talking about the first time when she ripped her hand.
Oh yeah, that was
yes.
that was like some little. There was 2 balls at the ends, and there was a string in the middle, and you had to throw it and have it wrap around a pole. And I believe they had to get a certain amount around the pole. And while throwing it, her finger got tangled up in the little rope string, and
bad.
it ripped off a piece of her nail, finger.
No, it was her finger. It was her finger, and there was blood everywhere, and they showed it on TV.
Yeah.
Challenge be doing too much with showing people's bodily fluids and shit.
Oh, the throw up has to go.
That pisses me off. But anyways, but no, there was a lot of blood. I felt really bad for her, but that she kept going. She kept going, and that's why I'm like, she's gonna be okay, and we definitely
now.
See
Olivia
her.
did say in the season 2 how she was raised. She talked about how her dad raised her and her sisters to be just as equal as the guys when it comes to doing anything. So she was built tough.
Yeah, well, Thank you for her life story.
Hey, she said it.
We appreciate
She said it.
you. we appreciate you.
Give y'all a little insight.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Lifetime. Anyways, but yeah, when she rips her hands, didn't count her out, then she kept going. Horacio was also a really good supportive partner, it seemed like. But then they get to the next step. And this is when they were kind of doing like the slingshot type of thing. And they had to pull these balls back. And the ball literally beats her face. That thing, when she comes back and it plops her right in the face. And it was like right here in the middle of her nose. Like right over here in this area. Baby.
So some of y'all know if you use a slingshot,
Ooh.
when you put, it could be a marble, a rock, a steel shot, it has to be in the middle of the little leather holder as you pull it back. So from watching what I saw, and they did it in slow motion, unfortunately, when she pulled back, the ball was moving and was not still. So when she let go, it ricocheted and came right back and hit her in the middle right here, and it was over.
That's what took them out of the game. It was that part. It wasn't even her literally ripping off her hand. It was the hit to the face. The medics came out and everything.
Because they feared she had a concussion. That's what they feared.
That's how hard that ball came back and hit her in the face. For real. It hit her just like that. So, prayers up for Olivia. Clearly, I'm assuming she's okay. But I felt really bad for them because I feel like if that would never happen, they had a
good chance.
Really, really good chance at winning this damn game.
Yeah.
Like a really good chance. That's how good they were. So big ups to them. I appreciate them. They were one of my top couples for this season. If not the top couple, I think they were my favorite. I would say that. I would give it to them. I really like
my
them.
prediction, I had them winning early. And I'm talking about early during the episodes. Just seeing after the first elimination, I said, "Oh, they're about to be an issue. They're about to be a problem."
Yeah, but they did the damn thing, so we happy for them. Okay, so then next on the list,
Anissa and Jordan.
Now, they ended up coming in third place at the finale. Here's my thing. I'm going to go ahead and get this out the way. Also, part of the reason why we wanted to make sure that we incorporated the challenge into our reviews is because, black people, are y'all watching the challenge? I really want to know. The show has been around for over a decade now. And it's just like one of the shows that we don't really talk about. Like, I don't even know, even in my friend groups, like, I don't even know if anybody watches it. I have no idea. But there's not too many of us that come on to the challenge to begin with. So maybe that might be part of the reason. But the ones that we do, which is very far and few, we only have even a smaller pool of actual legends. Anissa is in that smaller pool. But this is my problem with Anissa. Me and Anissa have a love-hate relationship that she don't know about. I be trying to root for her every season. I swear I do. But in the past, her biggest problem was I just felt like she continued to align herself with the wrong people. That's one. Two, just, again, pushing herself. And then three, again, just aligning yourself with the wrong people. Sorry, girl. Your friends suck. I can't, like, the people that she always finds herself being in alliances with or best friends with, because they be using that term real loosely. Like, no. But that is a black woman that I be trying to root for every time she's on the damn show. But then also she's a vet. She's a woman of a particular age. And so you want to always kind of root for her. Root for her because she always continues to be in this underdog category. And I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Because it's not like she old. Like, let's not play that ageism game. Let's not play the sexism game either. Let's not play the racist game either. Like, she can make it just like everybody else, Johnny's ass, make it to a freaking finale all the damn time. Like, no. Like, she can do it as well. But she just also has to believe in herself. But this was the season that I really thought I really thought that she was going to win. Specifically being partnered up with Jordan. I felt like Jordan was the missing piece to get her to that win. But I am happy at least that she did finally make it to a finale and one of the regular seasons. Because it's been years.
Well, you know, one of the big knock that's on Anissa from other members from past seasons that I've seen is they always worry about her when it gets to the stamina part. The ability to
You just have to say that.
stamina, endurance.
Stamina.
Yeah.
Stamina.
You know, as we know over the seasons, Anissa, of course, you know, she's put on some grown woman weight. And, you know, she has a couple comments that come her way, or people say certain things.
I don't like that shit. Don't do that.
And, you know, they feel like just because she's a certain weight that she can't hold her own.
You think it's more the weight, or do you think it's the age?
I think it's both.
I think it's a combination of a whole bunch of different things. I really do, because it's like it don't even be making sense, and they allow other vets, right, like real older vets, skate by sometimes certain people, Johnny, but for some reason with her, it's like she's always the one that is the scapegoat. Like she's like has to prove herself, which is some bullshit. Like if I was Anissa, I'm coming in swinging all the time with this whole I need to prove myself thing. I don't have to prove myself for shit. I've been on a billion seasons.
Now, a big reason why I do feel, after thinking about it, I do feel it's because the age. Because Anissa, I'll compare her to Johnny for a second. And my thing is, Johnny's has some age on him, but you don't hear as many questions about his ability just because of the amount of wins he has. And we all know Anissa doesn't have wins. So when they at least see Johnny, no matter his age, they still feel, oh gosh, like, we got to watch out for him. This may, like, you know, the intimidation factor because of the wins.
Don't make
but
sense.
With Anissa, first, despite how many challenges she's been, she hasn't won. And some people look at the wins. They look at how far you've been. They try to look at your history. Like, yeah, Anissa has a big history of eliminating people left and right.
Right. Jordan, again, was her partner. Normally, Jordan is not a person I like at all. And he still, even this season, he was doing certain things that was really, really throwing me off. Like, I can't. But one thing about Jordan, he is a good damn competitor. He is a good competitor. You cannot take that away from that man. I will give him that. In the finale, it is your fault, Jordan. It is your fault. It is your fault that Anissa twisted that ankle or did whatever she did to her ankle. That was your fault.
I'll agree with that because Jordan, you did have her go off course.
Right.
And, you know, when it comes to a race or anything, there's a course for a reason. And you had her go off course to go through the woods where there's all these sticks and logs, rocks and everything. And what do you know? She sprains her ankle running through that little shortcut you gave her.
Right. Because your ass and your ego. Calm down. You want to be the leader all the time. Calm down. Just calm down. Calm down. Calm down. It was a 5-day finale. There was no need for all that extra stuff. That was at the very beginning. So at the very beginning, Anissa kind of twisted or sprained her ankle. That completely made everything that came after that just pointless. That's pretty much one of the reasons why they came in third.
She was hobbling the whole time.
Right.
But she had no choice.
It just wasn't gonna.
Because at least she didn't quit. She kept going.
Right. And that's what I do love about Anissa. I will give her a compliment there. That's what I love about her. She does keep going. Second place.
Johnny and Nani.
Yes. I get so exhausted when thinking about them two as individuals, and especially when they like do couple type stuff. I cannot. These are not my favorite people. But Johnny is a legend. He is a challenge icon.
7-time winner.
Yes. We're not going to take that away from him. And for some reason, he is always able to skate by. Do you hear me? This man can go through a whole season without being put down into elimination, except for the last minute. And that's exactly what happened this season.
Gift of gab.
That's what happened this season. Nani and Bananas was in the elimination round right before the finale.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not gonna lie, I don't like Nani, but she killed that elimination get into the finale.
Yeah, she did
killed
thing.
that.
She did her
She
thing.
killed that, and Johnny did too.
Yeah, he got up the rope. He got up the rope first.
Johnny did too. They did a really good job. So yeah, they came in second. They pretty much kept their pace throughout the what was it, 3 episodes of the finale, and again it was 5 days.
Yeah.
They kind of kept their pace. To be honest, they continued to be in second place, but there was a point in the second to last episode where they did make it to first.
Yep.
And then Tori and Devin
surpassed them again.
Was right on their ass the entire time.
Surpassed them again.
And speaking of, that's a great segue to the winners of this season of Ride or Dies.
Mr. Devin and Miss Tori.
Yes. Devin and Tori won.
I'm not gonna lie, I like Devin. So I
like Devin too.
I was happy Devin won. Devin has been on numerous ones. I like Devin.
He's really funny. I really like Devin. And any time somebody gives it to Bananas or
Josh,
Big Brother people, period.
Yeah.
Anytime, because that season when he was like, I'm coming out for all of the Big Brother people.
Big Brother. All.
I'm with you, Devin. And that's my homeboy in my head. I like Devin. Now Tori, not so much. Not so much. But she finally won one.
Despite all season, following Jordan around, having her Jordan drama.
That we did not care about.
No, not really.
To be clear, we did not care.
Because Jordan's hooking up with other girls in the house.
I don't care. For some reason, ever since we've been introduced to Tori, I feel like the producers and the challenge gods have been forcing Tori down our throats. This just is how I feel. I don't know that lady like that, but she's just not my favorite because I just feel like I just didn't understand the hype so much. I just feel like she was just automatically put on this pedestal and I just wasn't really understanding. Don't get me wrong. I think she's a good female competitor, but it's not like she is even what I would consider to be top 20.
She's not dominant.
Yeah, I never got that.
She's not Laurel.
Right. But many other. I mean, you went straight to Laura, but
yeah, Laura Beast. Yeah.
But there's so many other female challengers in history that I feel like are actual beasts. Mm-hmm. Even despite how I might feel about them and their personality, they are actually good competitors. And Tori never gave that to me. Mm-mm. But look at her winning. Look at her.
Look how politics comes in your favor.
Look at her winning. Hey, girl. Good for you. Good for you. I'm proud of her. She won something. Now you can walk around with your nose up. Mm-hmm. I'll see you next season, girl. So, what they ended up winning, but they did split the money with all of the other teams. And I said all of the other teams, like there were just 2. Mm-hmm. So they ended up splitting that money. What was the total? Like,
so they ended up, all the teams that competed in the finals, they ended up giving each of them, which I read, $38,000 each.
Good people. I love that. Like, I'm so happy that we're removed from the times of we make it to a finale and you just take all the money. I'm so happy that we're past that. Like, it's whack. It wasn't funny to me. It's not legendary to me. It's corny.
Right.
It's just corny. So, good ups to them. I love Devin. Good job, Tori. Good job for everybody, all the finalists that made it. You guys had a good season.
And a good season of TJ again.
What, TJ the host?
Yes, the host.
Oh, yeah, I love TJ. Hey, TJ.
Good job on another season, TJ.
Now, overall, how did you feel about the season?
I think the supposed twist of the ride or die, and, at the end of the day, within the ride or dies, didn't they have the ability to switch partners at one point?
Not switch partners. They played in those 2 teams.
Oh, yeah, the 2 teams. And then I remember once you were eliminated, you didn't exactly go home because if your partner was still there, you had the ability at the end to possibly get back in the game.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty cool. Um, Overall, I like the season. I feel like some of the politics in there, I can care less about the love stuff that was going on in there. But I think this is one of the greater seasons.
Really? Okay. No, not me. Not so much. Being honest, right? I don't know exactly what it is. But again, as someone that has watched pretty much every season of the challenge from the beginning, there's something missing. And I cannot put my finger on it, but something is missing. It's losing its oomph. And it's not necessarily the actual daily challenges or eliminations or the finale, but there needs to be somewhat of a shakeup to me. I feel like lately we get these seasons where it turns out to be a little predictable a lot of
The
times.
skating.
Yeah, it's I'm so tired of Big Brother people. I don't understand. I get that they needed to take or get more people from other shows because MTV just decided one day they woke up and said we're just not going to do shows anymore.
Except ridiculousness.
Except for like they just I don't know what's going on over there on MTV. So I know that they needed to kind of branch out of their Viacom hat and find other shows to pull people from. But the Big Brother was, to me, was just a mistake. They're not likable. Let's start there. There's only a handful of them that has come from that show that I like halfway. But it's just, I don't know. Like, it's not sitting well with me. This season, I will say, was a decent season when it came to the actual competitors. But again, y'all need to shake it up a little bit. We need to let's dive into our archives and pull out something. Let's try to redo.
I feel like one of the best things.
They need to redo Fresh Meat.
I feel like one of the best things that MTV did was to kind of put more on that competitive edge, and I feel like they did this to try to stop the skating and stop letting politics be like most of the game. I enjoyed when they made people go down and earn their skulls or earn their ways to run in the final.
But you're talking about one season.
I'm saying, but they need to bring that back in the future.
Yeah, well,
I felt like you had no choice but to go down in eliminations. And the thing is, people are getting to the end without seeing an elimination.
And that's fair. And yes, maybe they should do something about that. But you are talking about one specific season.
Yeah, and it was a great little experiment they did too.
And politics has always been a part of the challenge. That's always been a thing. There's always been the cool kids that don't see eliminations or that kind of run the house. That's always been the case. Politics is a part of the game. To be quite honest, I feel like it has to be a part of the game.
No, it's part of the game because you
have to have those social.
There's the physical, social, political.
Right. So I don't have a problem with that. What I have a problem with is just the people that's on there. Can we cast better people? That's one. But then also let's just shake it up a little bit. I feel like if we can just bring back one of the old seasons, like I said, I really feel like they need to do another Fresh Meat. That would be dope. I feel like they can't really do an exes because I just don't really feel like there's been many exes.
I think they can bring back rivals.
Because
there's a bunch of new
Inferno
beefs.
would be good. Inferno would be good. There's so many challenge themes that I just feel like I would just love to get a little retro moment and get it back. But we will see. Until next time, the challenge. Just get it together. Because I want to continue to watch. I love the show. I love you guys. And, it's going to give us something to talk about. Well, I will say, before we call it quits for this episode, The challenge season, Ride or Dies, is over. However, on what, March 8th,
Wednesday.
they are doing what is it, World Championship?
Yep, the Challenge World Championship.
Yeah, and they have quite a few vets, some of our favorite vets that will be a part of that season. I will not be watching. It's not really in my bag. I think I'm gonna catch y'all during All Stars.
I'm gonna watch.
And now All Stars, that's where it's at. That's what I like.
I'm gonna watch.
That's what I like. That's what I like. So I'm gonna watch that one. And so we'll come back and we'll probably do a review of that as well. But anything you want to say?
Just to let y'all know, in the Challenge World Championship, my boy Wes is back. And my boy Wes is about to take over. Johnny, watch out.
Okay,
that
guys.
is all.
Thank you for sticking in there with us. Until next time, bye.
Y'all be great.